Thank you, thank you. We may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. At some point, I wanted to ask Mr. Mdau criteria for all of the chorus if you had to look at the height, because they all look. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam Zung. I'll be directing the program this morning. A special word of welcome to our Honorable Minister, Honorable Dr. Blade Zimande, who is here with us this morning, accompanied by the Director General of the Department of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Sishi. Today I won't mention his name. He is also accompanied by the Minister's entourage. We have the Minister's advisors that are here, together with the staff from the ministry. Our DDGs that are here, I see DDG Fuchane, DDG of the society. We work very closely with DDG Fuchane, DDG CET, who's here. Also, we have our regional managers, in particular the host regional manager, Mr. Mashele, he has moved to his colleagues that side, as well as the college principals that are here, deputy principals, and all the other managers from the TVET colleges. Let me also welcome our colleagues from the head office. I see some of the chief directors from the TVET branch and other branches. The representatives from CETAs that are here. I saw QCTO is here, Mr. Naidu, the CEO, accompanied by his colleagues, and all the other officials that are from our regional offices that are here. The associations that are here in the hairdressing space, we welcome all of you. We also welcome all of those that are running and owning their own business, including our own graduates who are now running their own businesses. We welcome all of you this morning, colleagues, and siyanibongelela and good morning to all of you. Niphilile. I wanted to check if we are in South Africa. Dumelang, Molweni, Abshey. We are in South Africa. Thank you so much. We are starting with our program. It's not a very long program. This is the launch of the Hairdressing, Occupational and Skills program at our Technical and Vocational Education and Training colleges, which marks the history in a sense that we know that in the past we've had hairdressing programs, but for some reasons they vanished, and simple reason why they vanished in our offerings, it was because of the issue of resources. But we discovered that most colleges, they maintained their facilities and made sure that they are still in a good space. And today we are happy and excited that our Honorable Minister has supported these programs and made sure that these occupational programs, they form part of the funded ministerial programs And we want to thank the Minister for that, and if we may give him a big round of applause for this support. Indeed, hairdressing skills are essential in promoting entrepreneurial culture among the youth for economic prosperity, as well as reducing unemployment. In today's rapidly changing world, traditional job opportunities are becoming scarce, and it is becoming increasingly important for young people to develop skills that can enable them to create their own employment opportunities. Hairdressing is a field that offers immense potential for entrepreneurship. By acquiring hairdressing skills, young people can not only provide a valuable service to their communities, but also create their own businesses, thereby contributing to economic growth of the country. I am not the guest speaker today. Our minister is the guest speaker, who will then talk at length about this particular program and its importance in the sector and also in the country and as a nation in fighting the issues of unemployment. And these are the programs that we're encouraging colleges to begin to roll out, colleges that can lead to immediate self-employment, and not only those that will lead to people having to seek employment. And I think we are here for that reason, and we can see the hype amongst our young people that indeed we are now here and we are launching this program. Without any further ado, let me welcome on stage our Director General, Dr. Sishi, to do the welcoming and also the introduction of the Minister. Dr. Sishi, let's give him a round of applause.
Our program director today is the Deputy Director General of our department, Mr. Sam Zungu. Is well known in the sector, has served the department over many years in many roles, including that of principal of one of the TVET colleges. I trust that as he introduces us today, he also recognizes that we appreciate him and we appreciate his leadership, together with a team of principals of colleges, and I'm aware that SACPO is also very well represented here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Directors General of our department present here, the Deputy Director General for Community Education and Training, Ms. Thembi Safuchane, is here with us today, and the Minister is also not alone. In the Office of the Minister, Mr. Ngaba Ngandela, the advisor in the Office of the Minister, is here to support the Minister on this very important day, ladies and gentlemen, to us, the launch of the Hairdressing, Occupational and Skills Program at this campus, the Germiston campus of Ekurhuleni College, is an important occasion that is also symbolic to our posture as a department on similar programs in the qualification program mix of our system. I take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our Minister, who needs no introduction, recognizing all our distinguished guests that are present here, particularly the council of the college, members of council that are present here, management led by the principal of the campus, and we also have regional managers not only from Gauteng, but regional managers from the rest of the country representing the entire system of education and training in the Republic of South Africa. There are also senior leaders of the department that are here from head office who have come to support the minister from the office of the DDG for TVET colleges and other offices in the department. The minister is very passionate about hairdressing. Just before this meeting, he was telling us a story of a particular hairdresser somewhere in Mamelodi who he never makes a mistake. If he gets an opportunity, when the minister wants to cut his hair, he goes to mums to cut his hair. And he was telling us this story for us to appreciate the important role that you are playing, not only in the consciousness of South Africa as a country, but in bringing about unity, cohesion in society, ensuring that our people are given the service that they need wherever they are. And I think that wherever you are, the footprint of the work that you do, you will see it in the towns, in the small towns, in the biggest cities. You will see it in the villages. Your presence in the landscape of South Africa is to be felt by every South African citizen. And therefore, the occasion at which we are launching the hairdressing, occupational and skills program is an important aspect of our calendar, ladies and gentlemen. I can take the entire time to introduce our minister, but it is important for me to request kindly that all of us stand at this point in time as I welcome our minister to the stage, the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Member of Cabinet, Chairman of the South African Communist Party in the Republic of South Africa, one of the earliest participants and members in the Cabinet and Parliament of President Nelson Mandela, for more than 20 years, the Secretary General of the South African Communist Party. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make the biggest noise for the minister. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may all be seated. Thank you very much, DG, for your kind remarks. Let me recognize you as our DG of the Department of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Nkosinathi Sishi. Let me also greet you, Program Director, our DDG, Mr. Sam Zungu, responsible for TVET colleges in the Department of Higher Education and Training, all the Deputy Directors General who are here today, and senior managers of the Department of Higher Education and Training, as well as officials from my office. Let me also greet the CEO of the Quality Council on Trades and Occupations, Mr. Vijay Naidu, the acting head of Indlela and head of the National Artisan Moderating Body, Mr. Joey Bopape, chairpersons and CEOs and or representatives of our SETAs who are here, the hairdressing industry representatives, representatives of the Employer Association for Hairdressing and Cosmetology of South Africa, members of the Bargaining Council for Hairdressing, Cosmetology, Beauty and Skincare, representatives of TVET, Governors Council, representatives from the Principals Organization, SAPCO, of our TVET College Principals, Savetsa, representing our students, and organized labor. The DHET and TVET College officials, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Dumelang. Da. Today, I must say, it's one of the most exciting days to me personally. As I launch the Hairdressing Occupational Certificate as a fully funded program at TVET colleges. I want to thank our DG. I want to thank Mr. Sam Zungu, the DDG. But allow me, and not be offended as the senior officials, to give a special thank you to Ms. Patsy Gaza. Indeed, she does deserve a standing ovation because she has been a tireless driver of this program and to reinstate hairdressing occupation. I don't want to go out of order, DG, and start saying all sorts of things. When I asked that we reintroduce this, it's because I couldn't understand why, in the first instance, we wouldn't have funded this program. A low-hanging fruit. No one in South Africa doesn't deal with his or her hair. Even those who remove it completely. And I can see quite a number of them here, led by our DG and our DDG. But they still have to go to the salon even if they are removing the hair and maintain it removed. So it's a very important occasion, honestly. But also I must congratulate our TVET colleges and especially those principals who have taken a lead in reinstating, as from January next year, the offering of this as an occupation. South Africa, when it comes to our country, hair is big and lucrative business. It is estimated that the hairdressing sector contributes about 25 billion rands per annum into the gross domestic product in our country. Yes, there is an estimated 3,000 Caucasian hair salons and about 34,000 Afro salons in the country. Although I'm doubtful whether this number, I think we need to do research on this. I suspect the numbers here are much bigger than whatever the official statistics may be saying now. I must say that there are a lot of hairdressers, hairstylists, and cosmetologists who offer a variety of hair and beauty services. However, the majority of our South African black youth plays a very small role in this industry, especially as you move higher up towards more specialized and even managers and owners. That's unfair. We need to change this. And this program, I have no doubt, will contribute towards changing this. One thing I found also, by the way, about the courses that were offered before at TVET colleges is that there were more bias towards Caucasian hair, which is very strange in an African country, and very little on Afro style. Now, as we relaunch this, Afro style must take its own place that it actually deserves, without abandoning Caucasian hair. Now, the reason why our youth has not been playing the kind of role that we want them to play is because of lack of formal training to offer such a service, including entrepreneurial training, by the way. The youth continue to get undervalued and exploited regardless of their services they offer and their lack of professional equipment and products to conduct this type of business. I must indicate that in a country such as ours, where in terms of the results of the quarterly labor force surveys indicates that the number of youth that remain vulnerable in the labor market is very high, and that the total number of unemployed youth, those between 15 and 34 years, increased by 241,000 to 4.9 million over the last quarter. This is not sustainable. We cannot have a stable country with so many young people unemployed. This massive hairdressing industry can go a long way in creating lots of jobs and opportunities for our youth and improve the livelihoods of their families. As this government and our higher education and training sector, we now have taken a conscious decision to formalize skills training in the hairdressing industry by using our technical vocational education and training colleges to offer a hairdressing occupational certificate as a fully funded program. The reason why this program declined, I was asking Patsy, in the past, we decided that it's not amongst the funded programs in the TVET colleges. So our youth, poor as it is, we're expecting them to pay for themselves on their own. Why this happened, I don't know. That is how I felt that this thing must just be corrected, and then these students who join this must be funded just like other students, and NSFAS must also fund them. Given that the South African market is one of the leading emerging economies on the African continent, there is potential for high growth. The cosmetic and personal care industry sector in the country has been growing steadily for the past years. Thus, opening a hair and beauty salon is a good investment. It is safe to say that everyone from all walks of life needs their hair taken care of. As the population increases along with rising living standards, hopefully, children, students, adults, and their families seek professional hairstylists and beauticians. Everyone wants to look beautiful and smart. Who doesn't? Including all of us here. But it is for this reason that all our youth who wants to venture into this program needs to learn various hairstyles and creative ways to style hair. And I love our youth because they are very innovative. As such, starting or setting up a hair and beauty salon business in South Africa will be a profitable venture, is a profitable venture. I therefore call upon all our youth to register for this program commencing in the 2024 TVET academic year to further their skills and knowledge in this hairdressing sector. I think we have done a disservice to our young people in South Africa because lack of proper training that we've done has actually led to the sector being, unfortunately, and this is not a xenophobic statement, dominated by foreign nationals. To me, it still doesn't make sense. That is why also, by the way, apart from hairdressing, the other program I'm introducing is fixing electronic gadgets in our townships and rural areas. Why should it be Pakistani nationals who fix our cell phones? No one, almost everyone has a cell phone today. So this is very important to respond to the challenge of unemployment in our country. And hairdressing is central in that. Ladies and gentlemen, our hairdressing occupational certificate is meant for all young people in South Africa who want to pursue a qualification in hairdressing. Any person who intends to study this program must first be accepted for study at any TVET college in South Africa. Sorry to the principals, because next year I don't know what you're going to do with the announcement we are making now. Who are you going to take and not take? Because I'm sure the demand is going to be big. For this hairdressing occupation, all our prospective students will receive a full tuition fees payment, including the hairdresser equipment. I must also say at this stage that one of my biggest allies in government in this, and she apologized, Ishmael, that she couldn't be here today, is Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams, Minister of Small Business Development. She said to me, tell all those when you speak that I am your ally. We are together into this hairdressing program. But then she said, Nzimande, you might not be aware of this because you don't do these things. But please, in future, expand this program also into training beauticians, beauty therapists, and all that. Now, our TVET colleges will receive funds as part of the program course to renew equipment in their training salons. This is to ensure that the salons at the college are continuously maintained and fully functional at all times. This will ensure that students get practical training and in workshops that are properly maintained. Upon completion of their studies, students will be provided with all the basic equipments they will require to start their own business. In each year of study, our colleges will also receive funding to purchase new personal protective equipment for students. I must upfront indicate that these PPEs will have the logo of the Department of Higher Education and Training and the College of Study. With this type of branding, our intention is to market our TVET colleges so that our students, when working with different clients and salons, must represent the brand of our department and that of our colleges. My own wish is that in future, this branding will ensure that if you want the best hair salon, you will look for the branding of DHET and the TVET college, and you will know you'll get the best. Furthermore, as part of their curriculum, our students will receive training in customer service as a full complement to professionalize their skills. I'm also hoping, not that I'm hoping, when I wrote this part of my speech, now this is the politics of speech writing, I hadn't come to the later part of the speech. Now, I shouldn't be saying this here because it's said, but let me repeat it. Our students must also be taught basic entrepreneurial skills, and they will be. Now, let me talk a little bit about our commitment as the Department of Higher Education and Training to advance what we call occupational programs. Occupational programs such as hairdressing are part of my department's vision of providing a differentiated and fully inclusive post-school education and training system that allows South Africans to access relevant post-school education and training. We are doing this by developing a capable, well-educated and skilled citizenry who are able to compete in a sustainable, diversified and knowledge-intensive international economy, which meets the developmental goals of our country. Our well-renowned centers of specialization are one such success in achieving our vision as a department. Through our centers of specialization, we've piloted the implementation of and the offering of 13 trades, high quality, at our selected TVET colleges. This is based on what is called the dual system, as practiced in Germany, where students move between the college and the workplace. This is very important. Today, I can confidently say that this hairdressing occupational program draws on the good work we are doing through our centers of specialization. Through this hairdressing occupational program, we will have students doing their theory and practicals at our college and then also go to fully accredited salons. We are going to be accrediting salons where our students are going to do their work placement so that we know they go to salons that are run by properly qualified people. And we urge those salon owners to please open your workplaces for the training of our students. It's good for your industry. The advantage of having interns in hairdressing in your salon, if you have 3 or 4, you are able to choose 1 or 2 who are the best and offer them employment. That's the advantage of work placement, by the way, even for employers. Our salons will be accredited to offer both the full 3-year occupational certificate and the 6 months QCTO hairdressing skills qualifications. Now, this thing was being explained to me because I was getting confused. Why do you have a 3-year and 6 months? What's the difference? What's the relationship? Is that the first 6 months of the program is part of the 3 years. But in case you are unable to continue after 6 months, at least you come up with a qualification that is recognizable, that you can operate at a particular level. During the course of their studies, students will be placed at approved workplaces for a minimum of 2 days a week. As we may know, occupational qualifications require an integration of theory, practice, and work experience. This is good news that we must all welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, less than a year ago, at our strategic planning workshop, I made the request for my department, for higher education and training, to investigate the underutilization of hairdressing salons at some of our TVET colleges. Not only did the department get to understand the cause of the underutilization of the salons, but we came up with a plan on how to assist our colleges to fully utilize the infrastructure as it existed in many of our TVET colleges. I want to acknowledge the hard work, as I have said, put by my department, particularly the TVET branch, and Patsy Gaza especially, in getting the TVET colleges ready to roll out this program. Today, I am pleased to announce that 17 of our colleges at 19 sites in all 9 provinces have been fully accredited by the QCTO to offer this curriculum as from January 2024. As from January 2024. And cheers to that. This is indeed a great accomplishment in such a short space of time. I'm also pleased to announce that 32 of our other colleges have begun the process to get their colleges accredited and are planning to offer the program as from January 2025. That's 32 others now. That's almost reaching all our 50 colleges by the beginning of January 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks a significant milestone, not only for our TVET sector, but for our country. No longer will we have to depend on a small pool of qualified hairdressers for Afro styling, most of whom receive their qualifications in neighboring countries, by the way. Of the few qualified hairdressers in South Africa, an even smaller number of them are Afro hairstylists that trained in South Africa. Now, we are talking about professionally trained hairstylists. And I want to address this, because some will say, well, Nzimande now, are you talking about training new people who are going to come into the sector? What about those of us who are already in the sector, but who do not have such training? We want to say to them, we are also going to start a program of recognition of prior learning, so that we upgrade them, upskill them, and accredit them. So those who are already in the sector are not going to be left behind, because most of them are the ones who have been doing, especially the Afro style, based on their own experiences. Now we want to accredit them so that they become qualified. The QCTO must ensure that all hairstyles are included in the curriculum, so that our students should not only focus on gents, Caucasian, and Afro hair only. Of course, South Africa and Africa's popular Afro hairstyles, such as braiding, weaving, dreadlocks, etc., must remain an integral part of the curriculum, so that our students acquire these skills as part of our curriculum. I hope also my haircut will be part of the curriculum. We also hope that complete removal of the hair will also become part of the curriculum. I also urge the TVET branch and our colleges to work together to expand these offerings, as I have said, into beauty therapy, which is something that is usually in demand, but largely offered through private entities and colleges. There is absolutely no reason why we cannot offer these and related programs in our public institutions. Engani sibaphopotha nje osisi bethu zonke izinsuku. Yini manje singabafundisi laba ukuphophotha ke osekunisezingeni elapha. I was told by my private secretary in the township, rural, somewhere Gaskukuni, she pays no less than 1,000 rand to be purported to go to a wedding. Others are saying 1,000 actually is very reasonable. Usually in some instances it's over 2,000, just for one day to go to a function. This is a huge industry. Let's expand now from hairdressing to also incorporate that, Manzi. Mina nawe ukuthi asiziphophoti asingayivimbike lento ukuthi ingene kwi curriculum, and we are able to train our students, because most of this, by the way, beauticians, beauty therapy is trained almost exclusively in the private sector. There is no reason why our TVET colleges can't offer this, and we should also offer this. I want to acknowledge the enthusiasm shown by some qualified hairdressing lecturers who have been part of this program, even though they are teaching other subjects as well. I must say that we further need their skills and undivided attention to teach our students on this hairdressing curriculum. I, however, would like to implore on my department to also conduct an audit of these lecturers' skills and upskill them where gaps exist. We must also ensure that there is collaboration between our TVET colleges and our SETAs to ensure that lecturer training is further expanded for the success of this program. The TVET branch must therefore provide me with further details as to which SETAs will be involved and what their roles will be in ensuring that we expand training and our curriculum offerings to all our TVET colleges. We will also be working with the department, as I have said, of small business, which is mandated to lead and coordinate an integrated approach to the promotion and development of entrepreneurship, small, micro, and medium enterprises, and cooperatives in South Africa. As I have said, I really appreciate Minister Ndabeni-Abraham's commitment. You know, the person who cuts my hair when I'm home in Maritzburg, he has been doing this since 1992, by the way. Now, he was telling me that the value chain of the hairdressing industry is very long, including products. And he says, as small black salon owners, we are not in the management and distribution of products part of the value chain. We want to be there as well. So there is huge opportunities in terms of training people who are going to participate in the entire value chain of the hairdressing industry. We must not just be at the end of it when we have to fix our hair, which is important, but the entire value chain, it needs to be transformed such that in particular black South Africans are critical players on that score. I didn't know this. This was the person who cuts my hair who actually told me about this. I'm also therefore pleased to announce that currently 2 of our TVET colleges are already hairdressing trade test centers. And soon they will be joined by other TVET colleges that are in the process of becoming trade test centers. Our TVET trade test centers will also assist the hairstylists in our communities to become competently skilled. This will further ensure that our TVET colleges build partnerships with local salons. Now, this means a lot because we want a hairdresser who is as equally competent as an electrician or a welder or a plumber, and accredited as artisans, just like it happens in Germany. Also, I am glad that you are committing as TVET branch to support our graduates through your entrepreneurship hubs and by offering entrepreneurship programs, as I have said. This must include helping graduates with licensing, insurance, and opening up of business accounts for their businesses. One other important development which is worth mentioning is that South Africa will also participate in the World Skills Competition in all the hairstyles and techniques. This will ensure that our TVET graduates are competently qualified and also be competitive at a global level. You know, by the way, I sat next to a lady who works for the ship companies. Those who travel for 3-4 months with ships around the world. Cruise ships, yes. Was telling me there's everything there, including hairdressers. So this is really also a global trade and occupation, this one of hairdressing. We also want to provide South Africans who can go with these cruise ships to anywhere in the world and be able to actually use their skills for all types of hairstyles, anywhere in the world. We must aim no less. We must aim for the best. And we do produce the best, by the way. We're a very talented nation. There's a piano now, which I'm told are taking the world by storm. The Bokeh are in France at the moment, taking the world by storm. Our scientists were taking the world by storm in managing COVID-19. We're a talented nation. We have everything. So must we have the best hairdressers as well. And Banyana, by the way, made us proud and reached the last 16 in the World Cup, which Bafana has never offered us that. You know? Offered us the furthest we could go in a World Cup. Malbongo. Ikamalama Koskas. Ladies and gentlemen, as I move towards ending, I must just say that another important thing that I want to underline is the necessity to build very strong industry partnerships. Building stronger industry partnerships, in any case, is what should characterize our TVET college system. As I've always said, unless there is strong industry partnerships, it's not a TVET system. We must know that. It's only a TVET system if we've got strong industry partnerships. Because these industry partnerships open up important opportunities for enhancing workplace experience for our students. One of the challenges established by the services SETA in a study they conducted recently is that there is a shortage of hairdressing approved workplaces. So we must address this. In many instances, this is because salon owners and staff do not have recognized qualifications. That is why I'm very pleased, as I have already said, our colleges will assist salon owners to become qualified. I call on all TVET colleges, the QCTO, National Artisan Moderating Body, the SETAs, industry, organized labor, professional bodies, product houses, and all other stakeholders to come together and provide the necessary support to make this process a success. In conclusion, may we together chart a new path for hairdressing in South Africa, so that when we go to our malls, to our shopping centers, deep in the rural areas, or even in our homes, we are being groomed by a competently trained TVET hairdressing graduates. Someone told me, Manzini, I can't remember who, maybe it's good that I forget, that one mayor in the Free State who has heard about this is considering allocating new spaces for hair salons only to people who are qualified graduates from our TVET colleges. Give them preference. Give them preference. It's very important that also the rest of government, particularly local government, begins to support us on this, because we will then be able to raise the quality of hairdressing that we have in our country, as well as supporting South Africans to be able to run our salons in the main. Let me also take this opportunity to thank all those who have contributed to this launch, and also thank the principal and staff of Ekurhuleni West College for having welcomed us so nicely and set us up so well as hosts. And also to thank our entire PSET sector, including our quality assurance bodies like the QCTO, our SETAs and our TVET sector, and our industry partners. Thank you very much for all your good work and commitment to this program. Ungixolele Manzini uma ngabe ngikhuluma isikhathi eside. Into ezinhle mina zingenza ngivuke umoya. UDG wami kwa Science and Innovation usawufuna ngimchazele ukuthi in science yini ukuvuka umoya scientifically. I don't know, it's just my feeling. Uma ngizwa ngivuka umoya, because I am excited. This is one of the most important contributions we are making in our country, opening opportunities for our young people to qualify as hairdressers. Thank you very much.
Asigam Ropo Minister, let's give him a round of applause. I thought I would hear Amaflati and some women, Hairdressing. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I think as a TVET sector, this is one wonderful opportunity that can change the face, the size, and the shape of the TVET sector. Being responsive, and this is happening soon after we've been in the TVET Curriculum Transformation Summit. And the first thing that we are doing, the Minister is now launching this program that is indeed targeted at transforming and also being responsive and being relevant to the needs, not just of the community, but that of. Let's give the Minister another round of applause. But uzoyithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni? Phambili nge-TVET, phambili. Forward, ngama hairdressers, forward. Forward, ngama occupational programs, forward. TVET, EU. There you go. Minister, we have, as you were speaking, I was just taking some notes, and I will not lose this opportunity that we must come as a TVET branch and state which sitters do we need. And they are all here. I'm seeing there in that middle table the COO of WNR SITA, Mr. Shoba. Minister, all we want from them, if you may rise, Mr. Shoba, so that we can see you and the TVET can see you. He is not alone, he's got other sitters here, but WNR and WNR SITA, Minister, specifically, one of their skills levy payers are the owners of these shopping malls and shopping centers. All we are just requesting, Minister, it's not big, is that they could just allocate some square meterage as part of their CSI to the TVET entrepreneurs, and part of them are these young people who are hairdressers. Just a small square meterage just for us. So, Mr. Shoba, that's your assignment, that the directive have come. We also have the leading SITA, which is Services SITA. I think they are here. They have been assisting us in terms of this program, working with QCTO, and I think they will continue assisting us. But what we are asking, Minister, I know that issues of infrastructure is not the mandate of the SITAs, but if they can just provide us with some container, not a container, Minister, that are well equipped with hairdressing, siwafake lapha ema taxi rank, siwafake wherever where we do not have shopping malls. I think that could assist. Apart from the programs, they can assist us in that. And then we have theater. Amongst the people that are here, Minister, we have one of the well-known people. You spoke about dreadlocks. And I'm in my early years before I remove the hair, so that I can allow, this brain to breathe. I used to have dreadlocks, and Mr. Germiston is amongst the people that are here. I don't know where he's seated. Oh, he's right there at the back. I think if you have dreadlocks and you have not seen that man and you have not used his products, you have fake dreadlocks. So we have him here. So theater is in relation to, as you spoke about the value chain, Minister, is that theater could also assist us in the terms of the manufacturing of those products that they are using in this industry, and we hope that they will come on board. There's a number of them. We will bring the submission, Minister, including mass seater, including transport seater, because when these products are manufactured, they need to be transported somewhere to reach their destination. So I think all the seaters can assist in this regard. But apart from that, Minister, we have the team that has been assisting Ms. Gaza. Where is your team, Ms. Gaza? Oh, they are here. If we may just ask them to rise so that we can give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What I like, Minister, is that there is also a balance in terms of gender. As you can see, it's men and women. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think we appreciate the work that you have done in such a very short period of time. We really appreciate. We also have, Minister, the 6 young people or entrepreneurs. I don't know where they are seated. These are the graduates of this particular specific college. Thank you, Mr. Mdau, the campus manager also that is here. Where are these young people? These are the graduates from this college who are hairdressers, and they are now running their own businesses. I'm not sure if they are here, but if they are not, let's give them a round of applause. Without any further ado, because of time, may I call on stage Mr. Tau, Philip Tau, who's the National General Secretary of the Employer Association of Hairdressing and Cosmetology of South Africa, to come and demonstrate what the hairdo is about. Mr. Tau. It's just a short demonstration.
Good morning, everyone. Good day, everyone. This is a big day for me, not only for me, but also for our fellow artisans. But also, I believe this is a good story to tell. Why I'm saying this is a good story to tell is because now hairdressers are being recognized. And as I'm standing here right now, I think I've confused a lot of people in terms of my uniform. So they thought maybe, these green overalls. But this is a resemblance to show that I'm celebrating artisanship today. Before I present our organization, there are few people that I need to recognize. The reason why I want to recognize these people is because they became very close to my heart, and they have ensured that hairdressing is being recognized. Firstly, I want to recognize Dr. Nkosinati Shishi. Also, I want to recognize Ntate Dr. Blade Nzimande. The reason why I'm doing this, I remember Dr. Blade Nzimande 5 years ago. He mentioned something that to say it was a service seater workshop, where he said, guys, we need to make artisanship fashionable. And today, standing here, I'm proud as a hairdresser to say to Dr. Zimande, that dream I was seeing as a vision, it has come true, not only for me, but for all the hairdressers and beauticians. I won't forget to mention Ntate Zungu. Ntate Zungu, he always advocates strongly for hairdressing. Also, I want to mention, and please, she will be mentioned again. I want to recognize Megaza. Can you please stand up, Megaza? Megaza, she's been our inspiration to ensure that we show up in everything that has been done by hairdressing nationally. So it's very important to mention her, and also to mention that fellow hairdressers who are here today, I also recognize you. I've seen many of the guys that I work with, and also our mentors, and then people who used to inspire us as young hairdressers. And I'm proud to say I'm standing here. It is because of you guys. Also, I want to thank all the partners, the service seaters, the TVET colleges, and everybody who are supporting us as hairdressers. Before I can talk about our organization, thank you so much for ensuring that today we are well recognized as hairdressers and artisans for 20th century. Yeah, now going forward, I just want to tell you that I'm the Secretary General of the IACSA. IACSA is Employers Association for Hairdressing and Cosmetology. Our main aim is to ensure that we develop young hairdressers and make sure that we benchmark against the best in the world. This organization, it was founded in 2016 with few members from Welcome, Bloemfontein, and we extended to other provinces. So far, our organization, through service seaters and the TVET colleges, we have managed to produce about 170 students who are qualified as hairdressers since 2016. Few weeks ago, we had graduations in Goldfields, TVET College in Welcome. We have managed to produce 68 artisans in hairdressing. And it is all because of the support, the MOU that we have as IACSA, the organization, and other TVET colleges. And we want to ensure to our minister, our deputy minister, and then to Ntate Zungu, and then Ntate Busiso, who's been so supportive as a service seater partners and your colleagues, that we want to see more graduates from hairdressing and beauty. And then by so doing, by you guys giving us the opportunities to have MOUs with all the colleges, I think it will make sure that we get more numbers, that we get more qualifications, qualified hairdressers, as it was highlighted that it's a mandate to make sure that we get workplaces for them. So our organization responsibility is to ensure that every learner, they have to get workplaces so that they can get that experience that they have been taught at the colleges. Without wasting time, I have stylists that I want to introduce, and the hairstyles that I'll be masquerading here, so to show that our hairdressers, what are they doing for the courses and the training that were offered by FET colleges in partnership with our organization and other partners. I would like to call first model to come on stage. Can you please? Can we all say, it's cool to be a 20th century artisan? I didn't hear that. Can you say, it's cool to be a 21st century artisan? Here we're trying to show that not only with relaxed hair, but with a natural hair, you can explore so many hairstyles. And this hairstyle, you can wear it at any function. You can go to wedding. You can go to July handicap. People, they love horses. You can go anywhere with this hairstyle. Can another model come through on the stage? Wow. Are they beautiful? This is all the works of hairdressers, which is our artisan that we produce under the program. Also here, we've played with a hairpiece, and then along with their natural hair, and then we put lots of ornaments. It depends what your hairstyle is inspired with. But also you can wear it on the wedding. It's more of a wedding hairstyle. Also, it's a fashion show. We call it a fantasy hairstyle. Can another one come? Minister, here is the natural hair that you've been complaining about. You say you don't see more of our natural hairstyles. Wow. Very beautiful. Also here we've added a natural hairpiece and put some golden flower ornaments with some sticks, and then we highlighted the hair as well. Can you please give them a round of applause? And we'll be having one, I think is the last, oh no, second from last. Can you come in? This hairstyle will show you that we don't throw things away. We recycle, and when we recycle, we do hairstyles. We recycle, so we don't waste. Thank you so much, guys, for the opportunity that you're giving us. I just want to give you them the round of applause again. I'm almost done. Okay. Thank you so much. I want to thank all the colleagues and the hairdressers who did these hairstyles. While still taking photos, I want to pass this little message. IACSA is willing to partner with everyone. It can be any TVET college, it can be private colleges. Our mandate is easy, is to align ourselves with a national development plan to ensure that our youth are empowered, they have skills, and they manage to work for themselves. So we will be outside after this show, and then anyone who wants to talk with us, you can do so. And also, we want to thank you for the support that you've been giving us for 8 years that we've been existing. And thank you so much, Ntate Zungu.
Thank you, Mr. Dau. Let's give him a round of applause. And these young ladies and young men for the wonderful work that they are doing. I see Minister is leading them now. He's also demonstrating his own hairstyle. Thank you so much. Minister will be going for the media briefing. And the next item was to acknowledge the team that has been putting this work together. But I think, Patsy, we can do that because I think we need to have a break. We can then reconvene after that. So the time now is 11:45. We were supposed to go for lunch at 11:30. I'm not sure if everything is ready now for that. We're ready? Okay. So we will, ladies and gentlemen, we'll break for lunch and then we'll come back. According to my time, it says we should be here at 12:15. We should be very short for lunch. Betsy? Oh, he's going to come back. All right. We will break for 10 minutes and come back. The minister will do the finalization of the program of acknowledging our expertise, and then soon after that we'll take lunch. That's what I've been guided to. So let's take a 10 minutes break, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could sing for you during this break, but I lost my vocals.
We also had a brief conversation with Germiston, which our listeners really enjoyed, and he spoke about the fact that hairdressing itself is the service, it's the craft. But the industry of hair care is much more nuanced and complex, and there's the manufacturing of hair products, there's the science behind it, there's the marketing, there's the business and entrepreneurship of it. And apparently this program is trying to be as comprehensive as possible.
Absolutely. For instance, I've got two guys who cut my hair. One in Johannesburg to school, and the other one is Jordan in America. They taught me, because it wasn't that obvious to me, that actually the very chain of hairdressing is manufacturing of products, delivering of products. And there's even, prior to that, there's even research by into product and investment into innovation. So it's a huge value chain. And as I was saying in my speech here, we should actually be looking at empowering especially young blacks and Africans to be able to play a role. Not only at the end when they've got to cut or make your hair look good, but also in terms of ownership and participation in the entire value chain. This is an opening, and it's an important opening, the end part of it, because even that was actually not there. But it must be a plan.
Became apparent to me today that this is one of those trades that needs a little coordination, even with some of your cabinet colleagues. So you are focused on the skills and vocational training side, and you're even supporting on the enterprise development, what small business development is also doing. But we're told that the informality of the hairdressing industry is where you find a lot of undocumented workers. It's also where you find, because of its informality, people who are running businesses but not paying tax. So actually, if we were to professionalize, certify, and do everything the way you envisage, you can try and address other issues
Absolutely.
in the country.
First, I must say that the minister's and they said something to we can actually fund some who want to start their she's fully supportive. She's a very important, but also absolutely part of the reason why wrestling in organization was because we shut this program. We shut them. but formalize it, regularize it, proper licensing and everything, which we then need in order also to protect this industry and ensure that South Africans are actually
There's no artisan who can learn without practice or practical work that's done, for lack of a better term. So today, if a young graduate says, Minister, can I cut your hair? Can I perm your hair? You're going to say, okay.
Yes, I cut my hair, absolutely. I cut my hair in Mamelodi at Johnny's salon. There's actually Musane who cuts mine in Maritzburg, and I want to cut my hair. As I leave from here, I want to advertise this. I'm going to cut my hair today by some of the people who are actually.
And if they want to experiment, like with an S curl or something? Okay.
When you always consent to what you want to do with your hair, and so on. So there must be consensus. There must be consent. You know, this is the time. I want to have my cut. Which I hope I was calling for. It must also be part of the curriculum. The cut that I
It can be called the blade. The blade. Okay, this is where we leave it with our dear Minister of Higher Education, working really hard for the future and future-proofing South Africans, and always saying vocational training should be as important a consideration in policy as the critical thinking, theoretical training at universities. And when we can find a balance in those two worlds, then we're really preparing South Africans for something different using their skill set. It's been the special edition of Power Talks Tuesday, coming to you from the Ekurhuleni West TVET College in Germiston. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Well
I always tease you.
You are doing a good job in advancing the work that I'm doing. Thank you.
We like it.
Thank you, Sisi. All the best.
All the best to you. Bye-bye, guys.
Sure. Thank you.
Well, the first is cookie. Then can I see William get?
Colleagues, can we settle down, please? Those who are already inside, please settle down, colleagues. Ayihlale phansi. Miss Gaza. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, colleagues. Let's settle down. We will proceed with our program. One most important part is the recognition of the experts that have been helping us to get this program running. Ms. Gaza will assist us, and the minister will be the one doing the honors. May we kindly request the minister to ascend the stage again. Ms. Gaza will then call the experts one by one to come on stage as well for their recognition. Okay, Ms. Kasa. Sisacela umphathiswa asilekelele yes. Okay. All right, Ms. Gaza, you will do the honors. Asinikeze nominisi ihlombe phela. Simnike umfutho.
Colleagues, we want to say this is just a thank you, but the biggest thank you really must go to our minister, and I have to say it myself. In 2014, Minister, I'm not sure whether you remembered, we were handing you a bunch of strategic plans, and you came from, unfortunately, Ms. Fuchane left. Ms. Fuchane and I came with the strategic plans of 50 colleges, and you said to us, why are you giving me these strategic colleges? Do they have hairdressing in it? And can you go and see it? I'm sorry, Minister, we took almost 10 years before we finally got your wish. So we want to say a big thank you, everybody. This would never, ever have got off the ground had it not been for the Minister's personal desire to see hairdressing. Minister, we're quickly going to call up, because I know you've had a long day already and interviews and that. There's a band of people. We have only managed to get this far because we have people who have volunteered. Even while they came, they made sure that they used their airfares and that, and worked the entire weekend from Saturday morning right until this very minute. And you will see some of them demonstrating. But we have, demonstration not in protesting, but in demonstrating hairstyles. We have a band of men and women. I think I was rather taken aback when you instructed us to do the survey, that how many well-experienced and well-qualified hairdressers we have in the sector. And they're at all levels. One of our principals, unfortunately, is not here, from Southwest Gauteng, started off as a hairdresser in our sector. So the Minister, I first of all quickly like to call Delma McLeod. Colleagues, if you can get ready to come up so that it doesn't take too long, please. Minister, the lady that you're going to see here, Delma McLeod, has been seconded from her college because we have no staff, and she is the star. She is the star in getting what we have here today. She works 3 days a week and on weekends for us. You can stand on that side, Delma. From Coastal College, what she and the team that I'm calling up in front of you did, Minister, they were quite cunning. What they did is they spent a lot of time and effort, and they developed the 6 skills. And they took the 6 skills to Service Asita, and they said to Service Asita, here are the skills. And they matched them with our full qualification, and that's how we managed to get this unique way of having both skills and that. So thank you to Delma. Minister, I present to you next Lawrence Kukumo. Lawrence is from Northlink TVET College. Lawrence? Lawrence, colleagues, is the head of our assessment. What we are doing in order to ensure that the brand is a brand that we are proud of. Lawrence is developing with the team the assessments that will be done throughout all 50 colleges. So Lawrence brings with him, he was a principal of a private hairdressing college, so he brings lots of experience with him. Next, I want to introduce to you Mr. Capello Maleko, from Orbit TVET College. And Capello is not a hairdressing specialist, but he's a specialist in how to get funding and project management done. So colleagues, take a look at who's the person, those colleges that are starting in 2025. It is Capello who will be the person who assists colleges to get off the ground. He assisted Swan and North and now Orbit College as well. Next, I want to introduce to you Brenda Mersdorp. Brenda Mersdorp, where is she? Colleagues, can you come up the stage? Can you welcome the stage? Minister, Brenda Mersdorp is the mother of hairdressing. She's not a lecturer, she's a campus manager, and she's so excited about your announcement because her campus specializes in hair and beauty. And your announcement about beauty has thrilled her. Unfortunately, we don't have Helena Bezaden-Holt here from Northlink, who was also responsible for the course, but I'd like to call on stage Enel Dieterich. She's from the College of Cape Town, like Brenda. Enel is the person, Minister, who is the subject expert for hairdressing in the world skills. And she represents South Africa. She has been spending a lot of time costing the program and finding out how we should fund the program. Next, I present to you Lucas Modishane. Lucas, Minister, is from Germiston TVET College. And Lucas, Minister, you will be pleased to know that Lucas is the one who puts us in line when it comes to Afro hairstyling. We can't go out without anything without how would it be done with somebody who has Afro hair. So that's Lucas. I next present to you George in Kabane. He's from CJC. He has a salon. He is a qualified lecturer, unfortunately not being able to have students now in Alexander Township. So, Minister, he is really thrilled that in Alexander Township he can again experience having students in his college. Next, I present to you Soli Mojale. Soli Mojale is from Swan and North TVET College. Minister Sole, as young as he is, has been guiding new colleges on how to set up salons and how to cost them. And he has been running training also for us. Next, I present to you Lucky Lepe, and he's from Ekurhuleni West TVET College. He is a hairdresser of immense experience from the private industry and for many years at EWC. Lucky, Minister, is really thrilled that for 2 years he didn't have any students. He's now going to have students again because of your funding. So I next present you the next team member, Marlene Adams. Marlene is from PE College, also a very experienced hairdresser and qualified lecturer. She undertook a lot of case studies for us so that we could determine how much the program costs, particularly on the issue of traveling to the workplace. And last but not least, I present to you Nancy. Nancy is from Ekurhuleni TVET College, and she also will be demonstrating her skill today. Colleagues, I just want to give the team in front of you. Today would not have been possible. It would not have been possible for us to launch. And what I found, and I was really surprised, they come from all provinces, Minister, that we have so many experienced people within our sector. Thank you, Minister, for honoring them.
who will take us through what these occupational programs are. That will happen after lunch, Mr. Nadu, so don't stress for now. And you're going to be telling us why is it important for the colleges to uptake these occupational programs. You'll then be followed by Ms. Mamabela Muta from the Services SETA, and followed by Mr. Nkem from the QCTO, and then we'll have Mr. Bobape from Indlela. And I hope, Mr. Bobape, you're going to tell us when are we going to have the master artisan hairdressers? Because, Minister, we do have that qualification. Mr. Bobape is sitting with it there, it's accumulating dust. We want these artisans that have qualified to come back and we train them as master artisans in the hairdressing field, and therefore becomes the experts. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take the lunch break. We shall be here in exactly 1:45. You are given only 30 minutes. So you should be here at ZEC 12:42. The other 3 minutes is mine. Let's adjourn for lunch, ladies and gentlemen.